That food is picking up on that vibration.
You can't experience anything that you're not the vibration of.
What you put in your mind, or what you allow to permeate in your mind, to marinate in your mind, as what you put in your body.
Whatever my vibration is, that's what I'm going to experience. So I could take that insult or comment and I could take it to heart, or I could say, oh man, nah, you're lost, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Chakras are forms of energy. They're energy points that exist throughout your body, starting from the base of your spine all the way up to the crown of your head.
We're not out here trying to sell you any product or any service. We're trying to sell you on the idea that to raise your consciousness, which is important. We don't want people out here to be fighting, right? We don't want to be at war. You have to raise your consciousness. You have to raise your positivity so that others raise their positivity and it comes back in a circle.
You're actually going inside. It's not about where you are outside or stepping out in nature. It's allowing you to be in an environment so that you can connect with yourself. Our Superfood chakra drinks, if you see, not only does each chakra drink correspond to a chakra in your body, there's different number of frequencies. Welcome. This is the Three King Protocol podcast. We have all three kings here. We are outside in nature, in beautiful nature, Patterson, New Jersey, up in the mountains. And today we're going to do a little intro with all three of us talking about what got us started on this journey, why everywhere we go, music is following us. We're going to talk about sound. We're going to talk a little bit about frequency. And we're also going to discuss our chakra drinks and how frequency and sound plays a role in everything. A little bit about us. We're going to start with my brother here, Jordan.
My name's Jordan. I'm 16. I'm a junior in high school, but I go to Dutchess Community College. And I guess I'm just interested in like basketball, building things, just, hanging out, having fun, whatever it is. Okay.
Yeah, Jordan has a lot of great ideas when it comes to film and creation. A lot of behind the scene videos that you see of the chakra drinks. He's going to be a big part of that, and he plays a role. So definitely that's Jordan. That's my brother. He's one of the kings. Now to the right of me, we have my dad, our dad, Michael Santos, one of the three kings. So Dad, can you introduce yourself? Tell the audience a little bit about yourself and what got you started on this journey.
Well, I enjoy uplifting, kind of like empowering myself and my loved ones, and I do that for one part through food and through our smoothies. So just got into the habit of making smoothies and enjoying smoothies and using power foods to basically enhance my abilities. So we all drink smoothies and we enjoy the benefits that it brings to us. So we decided, why not do this on a larger scale and do this for other people as well, so that they can benefit from these drinks as well. And so that's what we did. So it's kind of like we came up with ingredients. We came up with specific drinks. Michael here came up with the idea of tying them in with the chakras, which are amazing. And like he said, where Jordan comes in and plays, he gives us this, the role he plays is kind of like, gives us the imaginary, the intuitiveness, we are out here in nature, and nature is getting to us. Oh. But it's all good. You need a tissue?
My allergies. Jesus, thank you.
Jordan, for you, how do you feel your role in the Three King Protocol? How do you feel you can, you for one, contribute and also enhance our experience, as well as people who can watch and enjoy our products and services?
I think I bring, I'm in a lot of the videos sometimes, like just the ads and stuff. And I help out with Michael when he's recording, sometimes giving him ideas and stuff. That's like kind of the behind the scenes stuff there. And then I guess I bring a different perspective. Like we all three of us have different perspectives. My dad is, he's an adult, obviously. So Michael is also an adult, but we're all at different like stages of life. I'm at the younger stage, so I reach out to more of the younger audience, more around my age.
Like, what other roles you see yourself doing? Like, not only here in the Three King Protocol family business, but also just moving forward in your ideas of what you would like to do and what you enjoy doing.
I think it's just in the realms of the Three King Protocol. I'd like to show what we can accomplish. Anybody can do what we do here. Different, like transformations, just becoming a better person. And outside of that, I want to be a better basketball player and become healthier.
We believe that all of us are kings and queens. To everybody watching at home, this is about leveling up your consciousness, but also feeling empowered and unlocking the power that exists within you.
I just want to say, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of both of you guys, as individuals and collectively as well. And I know there's a lot that we go through as individuals and as a family. And I know there's, you take things differently as he takes things differently. But I want to say that I'm proud of you guys for strengthening up and sticking through it and knowing that there's light. You know what I'm saying? So there's light throughout that darkness. So as we continue to do this business and this family business, we know that we're gonna find out more about each other and know more about ourselves, and with that, we're gonna be able to raise our consciousness and the consciousness of others as well. So with that being said, I love you guys, and I'm thankful for this opportunity and every time that we have to spend together.
Well said. I love you guys too.
Love you.
Three Kings. Today we're going to talk a little bit about our business, Three King Protocol, our Superfood Chakra drinks. We're going to talk a little bit about chakras, frequency, vibration. And for the audience who's never heard of these concepts, we're going to break it down for you and tell you what it's all about, so that you can not only understand what we're saying, but also begin to apply and see the power and see the difference that it really makes, because it has made a difference in my life. And I know this information and this power has made a huge difference in my dad's as well. What has brought you on this spiritual journey, discovering chakras, consciousness, the universe? When did this all start for you?
I think I've had different journeys throughout my time, and I think I'm thankful for my parents for putting me and my brothers through activities that helped us as we were growing up, like martial arts, different sports. So I knew, as I was younger, when I was younger, I enjoyed school and learning. As the time went on, my focus kind of churned into different things for different reasons that we could speak about at a later time. But really, I'm thankful that I've had the foundation, a good foundation to grow on, and I've always wanted to be healthier, fitter, and I had my brothers to look up to give me that kind of like inspiration, and just throughout the times, when I read books or magazines or watched videos about how I could be healthier, how I could be improve my skills from playing sports, and then throughout the times, I realized that there's a lot more than just one thing that'll help you. So you have to be just coming to be more rounded, more well-rounded, more balanced. So at many different times I was imbalanced in my life, maybe focusing a little bit more on this than on this, you know. So just right about now, I know that balance is key, is very key. And as we talk about keys and fundamentals and harmonies, that's important. With us in these chakras, with going within ourselves and finding out what's truly important, you know. And you know, if we want to go far, we can't really go as far as we want to go unless our physical body can take us there. Our mind is I know our minds are very powerful things and can help us out through this journey, but I feel that our bodies, our physical bodies, are here for a time as a vehicle to get us from point A to point B. So it just helps us out a little bit more that if those vehicles can travel, can withstand the bumps and the cracks in the road as we head to where we want to go, as we know we're meant to go.
You know, we're gonna discuss our Three King Protocol chakra drinks. This is the Acai Ascension, made with organic superfood ingredients like sea moss, ashwagandha, vitamin C, chia seeds, and no added sugar. So can you also talk about your relationship with what you've been putting in your body throughout your life and how that's changed?
What's important? What's important is what you put in your body. That's one thing, right? So it's what you put in your body and what you allow to be put into your body, you know, because there's environmental things, you know, so there's pollution, you know, if you're hanging around in a place where there's a lot of smoke, your secondhand smoke or mold or just pollution in general, right? If you're taking a shower, if you're drinking water that's not as clean as it should be, you're putting that into your body and it's not enhancing your capabilities, right? It could be taking away from what you're able to do, what the body's meant to do, right? So what you put in your body, I've learned, is very important. And I've learned that firsthand to say there's things that I put in my body and I wasn't able to get a good performance out of. You know, let's say, you know, before a basketball game, before a match or something like that, you know, if you find out you're putting something in your body and now you're like, oh, I'm a little sluggish, I'm not operating at the optimal level, then you take that back. You should be able to take that back and say, maybe it's something that I put in my body. Maybe it's something I ate yesterday, today, the day before. So I kind of started to make that connection, and I realized a while ago that what I put in my body can help me or hurt me, right? And so it took me on a journey of saying, okay, what's the best things to put in my body, you know? And sometimes the best things to put in my body that I'm learning, and I've learned, may not be the best thing for him to put in his body, right? But for the absolute, what comes into balance, what I found out is that it's not just what you put into your body, it's what you allow in your mind, right? So it's we have consciousness and subconscious thoughts, right? So I could have a subconscious thought come up to me right now about something, and I would have to be able to dissect that and say, that's not what I want to focus on, you know? I want to focus on the positive. That thought was negative. So, but if I allow that negative thought to permeate in my mind and I focus on that, then that's not going to do me any good. That's just going to keep me on that negative vibration, that negative slope going down. And that's not what I want to do. That's not what my goal is. My goal is to keep rising up, to stomp out those negative thoughts, right? So it's as important It's just important to what you put in your mind, or what you allow to permeate in your mind, to marinate in your mind, as what you put in your body, and let that sit in your body and digest in your body.
Question that a lot of people ask is, when it comes to eating or putting things in your body is, I eat something, I eat this and I got sick, or I didn't get sick and someone else did get sick. Or sometimes there's a question of why do we get sick? Or why did that person live till they were 90 and they smoked cigarettes and they ate all this junk food, and other people who were more maybe conscious of what they were eating and they were eating healthier, they got sick. So that goes even deeper into something that you mentioned when you talk about your vibration and the power of your own thoughts. And this is something that some of us don't even realize until we're older, or ever realize that it's also the power of your own thoughts can affect your body and your health. And that everything that you see around us, not only us, the audience, people listening, but even the cameras, even the ground that we're on, these chairs, these bowls, even these drinks, the ingredients that are in these drinks, they're all conscious. So when you think about, an ancient practice of blessing your food, how many times in different cultures do they pray before they eat? And we take this back even further. What is the origin, and why do we pray before we eat? Is it because we're thankful and we're grateful for the food? Yes, absolutely. And that is a great practice that many religions and many different people do. I know, I don't do it all the time, and I definitely want to do it more, but I can remember times where I prayed before dinner, or even Thanksgiving dinner. But really, back in the ancient times, the origin was to actually speak to your food, because you were cleansing the food. You were cleansing it, consciously telling the food how good it was going to taste, how nourishing it was going to taste and be when it entered your body, because that's what it became. The food became you.
Right.
And that's really everything that you see. Every thought that we have really becomes a reality.
Right. As we've been studying and we've been learning that this beautiful planet is everything is made through vibration, through sounds, through frequencies, right? And your food, there's water. If you see a lake or a little puddle and you drop a pebble in it, or you hit a bowl, you'll see the vibrations in the water. That's a frequency. That vibration is carried out through that water. Now imagine a fruit or vegetable that has high water content or water in it. There's a vibration that the earth, that goes into that food, right? So what's important is that I could be preparing food for you, right? And I could be saying, this guy is nothing. I could be saying some negative stuff about him or about to the food. That food is picking up on that vibration, and now that's in that food. That's why it's important to know where your food is coming from. And not only that, but when you get your food or your beverage, like he said, to bless it, to speak a good vibration to that food, to that thing that you're about to consume, and what you want to get out of it.
And that's why our Superfood Chakra drinks, if you see, not only does each chakra drink correspond to a chakra in your body and has healing properties that can do great for your body, but if you turn it to the back, there's different number of frequencies. So the crown chakra resonates with a hertz frequency of 963. So what we do when we make our chakra drinks is we will play meditation, loud meditation, hertz frequency music while we're making the drink, so that frequency and that energy is going into each bottle, so that when you open this bottle and you drink it, not only are you tasting the sea moss, the ashwagandha, the vitamin C, all the superfood fruits, no added sugar, but you're also getting that vibration, that conscious vibration of our intention, that when we make this drink, we really want this to heal you. We want this to also be delicious, a healthy, delicious alternative, but also that vibration that you just speaked on. It's in this bottle, but it's also in your very own thoughts. It's in everything that you see. And once we start to really be more aware that everything is a vibration, not only can we live a better life, but we can start to change our life for the better and realize that we're in control, we're in our power.
Not only do we use great ingredients in our products, right? We bless them. We bless them with the intention that it's going to heal, it's going to help, it's going to empower the people who are consuming them. So we bless them with our words, with our intentions, and with frequencies, right? So now you can do the same once you receive our products. You can say, okay, I know that, sea moss is in here and chia seeds are in here, and these things are great for my body, right? You can think that. But just taking that up another step is playing the frequency that it matches with, and also knowing in your mind that you're doing something really great for yourself, that you're not just drinking this thing and quenching your thirst, right? And you're not just drinking this thing and getting something delicious on your palate. You're getting something that's going to fulfill you, that's going to go through your body, and that has intention to heal, to help, to empower, to give you energy, to give you all the things that you may need.
And for people watching who think, we're just saying this to be positive or just to say it, I want you all to have an open mind, because there's been studies that have literally shown, when it came to plants, different people growing plants, that when they watered their plants, they had two different plants. And one, they played positive vibrational music, and they spoke beautiful words like peace, growth, love, abundance, literal words that came out of someone's mouth and that was thought of and said to the plant. And when they watered those for a week, they tested the results. And they also took another plant, another group of plants, and they watered it the same amount. It got the same amount of sunlight, but they spoke negative things. And they played dark music with curse words. And then after a week, it showed that the plants that were spoken to with love and high vibrations, they grew twice as large, twice as much.
Keep that awareness in as you live in these times, and be living in the moment each time, knowing that when you speak good things are going to be on your mind. When you think about bad things or you speak bad things, that's what's going to be on your mind. Okay? Now, again, we have conscious thoughts and we have subconscious thoughts. These conscious thoughts are the thoughts that I'm thinking right now and we're talking about, right? Subconscious thoughts may pop up in my mind and say, man, why is that music playing in the background? If I focus on that music in the background that's disturbing us, then that's all that's going to be happening. We're going to just be disturbed and we're going to be focusing in on the music, but that's not what you take that subconscious thought, you notice it, that it's coming up and it's negative, it's not what you want to be thinking on, it's not the path that you want to be on, it's not the vibration. So you want to change that into something positive. You want to use a little magic, a little alchemy, right? Take a negative, turn it into a positive. How can you do that? Through practice. It's not easy, it's not always easy, but it helps you when you're taking in good things, good positive things in your body, and as well as that good ass prana, right? That good energy out here from the earth. When you're doing some grounding, when you're hugging a tree, when you're smiling at a baby, when you're saying hello to somebody, when you're harmonizing with these things, right? So that's these frequencies that we're talking about. There's different frequencies, and there's things that can elevate you, and there's things that can bring you down. And we're not out here trying to sell you any product or any service. We're trying to sell you on the idea that to raise your consciousness, which is important. We don't want people out here to be fighting, right? We don't want to be at war, right? Who wants their son or their daughter or their loved one to be killed or to be injured by somebody who's thinking negative and doing negative things, right? So it's like what you want is kind of like what you have to be, right? You have to raise your consciousness. You have to raise your positivity so that others raise their positivity and it comes back in a circle, right? Like karma, right? And we talk about souls, and we can get it all into that stuff at another time.
And what really is the point of going out in nature, meditation, being mindful and conscious? In reality, what you're doing is you're stepping away from all the distractions. And distractions don't have to necessarily be negative or positive in your life, but we all have them. Let's see, we all have family. We all have, jobs or whatever it is. When you go out into the world, you might hear somebody talk about a conversation, whether it's politics, or you might hear on the news something that puts you in a low vibration, sadness. You might go to work and have to deal with a coworker who just gets on your nerves. The point is, throughout your life, no matter what you do, there's going to be moments that almost take you out of whatever you were thinking of or whatever vibration you want to be in, or might try to take you out. You're going to have people around you, whether it's in your circle or looking at you, who might want to take you off of your game, whether purposely or not. So when you meditate, when you're out in nature, what you're doing is you're actually tuning your own vibration. You're actually going inside. It's not about where you are outside or stepping out in nature. It's allowing you to be in an environment that makes it easier so that you can connect with yourself, your inner self. Because when you really connect with your inner self, you realize, wait, are these my thoughts that I'm thinking? Is this how I really feel? Or is this what I've been taught my whole life? Is this what I've been told? And then you can start to discern the two. And then that's when you can operate from power. You can really decide what it is you want to do with your life. Do you want to travel? Do you want to start a new family or relationship? Do you want to try a new job? These are the things that you have the power to do. But if you've been told your whole life and never been in an environment that allows you to step inside, and this is what we're all about. This is what the chakra drinks is all about. Realizing that chakras are forms of energy. They're energy points that exist throughout your body, starting from the base of your spine all the way up to the crown of your head. And we all have these chakras. And specific emotions and feelings and environments, frequencies, you call it, can also have an effect on these chakras. Hence why all of our chakra drinks have different frequencies on the bottle. So really, it's all about going inside.
I like that.
It's about going inside and realizing how you feel. Because out here, you hear it's a matrix, it's an illusion, but what's really real is how you feel. That's really what's real. So
right.
Being in tune with how you feel.
Right. And what he said about going inside really resonates with me. You have to go inside yourself, right? And they may be things that happened to you in the past that was caused by somebody else. They did something to you, they did something for you, they did whatever it was, right? But now you have to go inside. It's not until you go inside and say, why am I thinking like that? Why did that thought just come up? Not just why that thought came up, because it could be a subconscious thought, but now if you react negatively to it, you have to ask yourself, why did I react to it negatively? Why did that happen? So it's kind of like dissecting. You have to kind of like break things down, right? And then so you can put them back together better with a stronger foundation. So that it's not until you really it's not until you really take accountability for your thoughts and your actions until you're able to fix them. It's kind of like they say with the drug habit, you have to first admit that you have a problem. First, you have to admit that you have a problem. That's the first step, right? This next thing is you gotta say that, okay, I have this problem. I don't want to have this problem anymore. So now you're saying you want to change, right? So now you have to find out, how is it that you change? What's the best way to change? Which is the best way to fix that problem, right? So now that you find out, sometimes you may need help finding out what the problem is or fixing the problem, So you have to take accountability. You can't say, this happened to me. I was put in this situation because of somebody, and now that's just negative. So now you're just on that path, right? So until you say, I can change that. I can change my thought. I can be more conscious of a negative thought when it comes up and say, you know what? How can I change that into a positive, right? So when you change that into a positive, just when you notice it, you're doing something good. You may not be able to change that into the negative into a positive just yet, but just noticing it is a big key, a big step, right? So I suggest that we all take some time and say, what is it that we want? What is it that we're trying to achieve? What is it that we feel our purpose is here in life, you know? So it's not until you say, you know, I want to elevate myself. Or if you say, I'm good where I'm at, then you'll be good where you're at.
Understanding that you cannot experience anything that you're not the vibration of. And what do I mean by saying that? So if I'm in a exciting, just enlightening, happy vibration, no matter what goes on outside, if he tells me something that's bad news or something negative, he says something that's supposed to hurt my feelings, or if something negative happens.
Yeah, because I want him, he's happy and I'm sad, so I say something to get him on that lower vibration.
Well, realizing that whatever my vibration is, that's what I'm going to experience. So I could take that insult or comment and I could take it to heart, or I could say, oh man, nah, you're lost, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
I'm in a high vibration. I'm living, I'm still here. There's nothing that can take me off there. So the point is, you can't experience anything that you're not the vibration of. And realizing that everything, thoughts, words, feelings, emotions are all vibration and frequencies.
When you know that everything happens for a reason, you know, something may happen to test out your vibration. To say, are you going to continue on that vibration? Or are you going to lower yourself to a lower vibration, which becomes unhealthy? Whatever religion you believe in, whatever God you believe in, somebody may ask their God and say, God, you know, give me patience. Give me patience. I'm dealing with this job that's just, you know. So you know what? God is going to give you something that he knows that you can handle for your goal, you want patience. I'm going to give you an opportunity to be patient, right?
It's the affirmation, I am. You know, when you say I am, you're almost tuning all of the cells in your body to that intention. So you say, I am sad, I am depressed, I am angry. You're only going to experience more of what you already are in your reality. So all it takes is to have that switch in thought to become, I am powerful, I am empowered.
Once you find out and once you know that, like they say, God is where? Everywhere, right? Everywhere. So where am I? I'm here. So can he be in me? He, she, it be in me? Of course, if he's everywhere, if it's everywhere, right? So that if that energy goes everywhere is
right. Oftentimes we think God is everywhere and in everything, but then we forget that we are also a part of everything and in everything. We're, you know, our bodies are made of stardust. You know, we're from the universe. So God is in every blade of grass, but he's also in every cell.
Living.
Because
everything's living, has consciousness. That's what we're learning, right? Everything has consciousness. Everything is living. So how you treat something when you come upon it, if you treat it with a low vibration, that's what's going to bounce back to you. A low vibration, you know? So
I was watching a podcast yesterday, actually, and it was about a near-death experience. And the man was explaining what he was going through during that near-death experience, and he was describing how he was being guided from this higher being, and when he was looking down at Earth, he was able to look down at what was going on, but he was describing how he was actually able to feel and understand all the thoughts of the other people around him. And he was looking down, and he noticed that every thought, every word that was being spoke by one person was affecting everybody in that room. It was affecting the people that he was speaking to. So when we speak negative things, we realize we're not just hurting that person, we're hurting ourselves more than anybody. But the same thing applies for when we do positive things, when we speak and uplift others and we do good deeds for other people. We're not just helping that person in their journey, we're really helping ourselves. We're healing ourselves. So if you want to experience something in your life, if you want to experience wealth, gratitude, love, abundance, give it to somebody else. Give it to the world. Give it to the universe, because that's what you'll take.
Give it to yourself. You have to give it to yourself so that you know that you have it. You have to know that it's within you. You have to see that it's within you so that you have it, and you have to be able to give it, right?
Think about a time that you were just walking down the street, or maybe you were walking in a place, a mall, and you gave a compliment to somebody. How did that make you feel?
Right.
You know, because it's not just affecting that person.
Right.
It changes you. The
It's
same
like if they
thing
give
when you
me
say
a
something
compliment
negative
or-
to somebody else, you're carrying that energy. It's like when you point the finger, it's that age-old saying, you got 3 fingers pointing back at you. And that's something that he was saying in the podcast in the past life. He was saying when you point the finger, it's one finger pointing towards the person that you're speaking to. There's God, right? That thumb or pointing up all around you. But guess who's being affected the most out of everybody? Yourself, because there's 3 fingers pointing back at you.
Because you're noticing something in someone else that's inside of you, right? So that's the thing when you come out with judgment and stuff. And like we spoke before, these fruits and vegetables, they have water inside of them. They're high water content. There's a vibration out here. So when you speak a vibration, it's getting infused into that fruit and vegetable. But now, do you know how much water is in the human body? How much water makes up a human body? How much water is in your brain? How much is in your organs, different organs? So think about it. If you're speaking negative to yourself or thinking negative and you're speaking these vibrations, what's going through you? When you start speaking good affirmations, I am loving, I am loved, I am powerful, I am able to change my circumstances.
I'm the creator of my own reality.
You are a creator. We are creators. Right? So what are you creating? Negative or positive? What are you creating? Something good? Or what are you creating? Are you creating or are you destructing? You know, because that's what it's about. Like if you're not living, you're dying. Right?
There are 7 major forces, vortexes of energy that start from the base of your spine going all the way up to the crown of your head. And these energy centers, known as the chakras, deal with different emotions and different feelings, different functions. For example, your root chakra, starting at the base of your spine, that deals with fear and survival. So we all have fear and survival because we're human beings. We've been programmed since ancient history when we see, a threat, a danger.
What do our parents play with? What game do our parents play with us when we're younger? Peekaboo. Instilling fear, right? Some type of fear. Some subconsciously or consciously.
So to be consciously aware that no matter what you've been through, say you have moments of fear that are still lingering, you have moments that you can remember from your childhood, to realize that is all stored in your body. It affects your body, it affects your mind,
but you can get it out.
You can get it out and you can filter it out, but you have to realize that it's stored within you. And there's a place that you can travel consciously in your body and focus on that and cleanse it through what you put in your body, through these chakra drinks,
what you allow in your mind,
but also through your mind. It's not about just what you put in your body, but it's about the thoughts that we spoke about before. So going up to the next chakra.
Because studies have shown how many, I don't know the number, but there's a lot of negative thoughts. There's a lot of thoughts that come in our heads on a daily basis, and a large percent of them are negative, are subconscious thoughts. So you have to know that when they come up, you have to notice them and you have to get them out.
Right,
stomp them out.
Going up, the next chakra, the sacral chakra. But that deals with creativity. It's located right below the belly button in the midsection, the groin area. But it deals with creativity, your creative essence, that energy. You're going to feel that. It also deals with sexual energy and pleasure. and that's blocked by shame. So whenever we feel shame in life, we feel ashamed. We can be ashamed by our diet, what we eat. We can be ashamed by what people tell us from birth. We could be ashamed by our own thoughts. But realizing that we have the ability to consciously be in tune with that energy point that's located right in that spot. Those lower chakras are necessary. They're necessary for creating things. They're necessary for traveling, for being able to communicate and go from point A to point B and have a sense of our environment. So these lower chakras are not to be mistaken as less important, but to really be able to ascend and go up to the higher chakras, we need to make sure that those lower chakras are in balance.
Right. That's it too.
So those are the two chakras. So going up to the solar plexus chakra, which is located in your midsection, right on the belly button. That one deals with willpower. So have you ever heard the term, do you have a feeling in your gut? I have a gut feeling about this. It's almost like directing you to do something, to go this way or this way. I have a gut feeling. That's real. There's a real energy in your gut, in all of our stomach, called the solar plexus chakra, and that deals with willpower, and it's blocked by...
Right, there's studies that have shown that there's you got a brain here and you got a brain in your gut.
Right.
That's why they say you got a gut feeling. Be in tune with that gut feeling. Should I be going down this street or should I go down the other street?
Right. So when we feel guilt, we have to realize that's coming from within. It's coming from our core, because the solar plexus chakra is blocked by guilt and deals with willpower. So you go up the chakra and you meet your heart. Right in the heart. We all know the heart, it deals with love, it deals with heartbreak or ego, emotions. So there's a real energy there that is deeper than just the physical. It deals with love. Once you get to this chakra and you're flipping the scale, you're actually going up to your higher chakras. You're realizing when you get to this chakra and you're in tune with your heart, you realize that you're no longer bound by judgment or the material things that you mentioned in those lower chakras. You realize that, wow, I'm a part of something bigger. I'm a part of, when I hurt my neighbor, when I hurt you, I hurt myself. You realize that we're all interconnected. Jesus talks about the importance of loving your enemies. And that takes a lot. That takes a lot of inner work.
Right.
But there's a power in that, realizing that realizing that when you hurt other people, you're hurting yourself.
So these chakras that he spoke of already are important in themselves. But what's most important, as he will tell you, that all of them will be aligned and working together, open and working together, flowing that energy. Because you can't operate too much on the heart and not on the brain.
Right.
And if you operate on that gut feeling, but your gut is not healthy, your gut feeling may say, eat that food that's bad for you, or that's not going to serve you.
That specific chakra, the throat chakra, which is located right here in your throat, it's how it deals with speech and truth. So that's an important chakra, because we're talking about truth. When we talk about speaking, a lot of times when people speak, there's power and there's vibration there, but not always is it truthful. So being able to discern what's true and what's not, that comes into place with your other chakras. When we go up to the higher chakras, your third eye, your intuition, your crown chakra. But when we're talking about the throat chakra, we're talking about an age where everybody's online speaking. We have a platform. We're speaking out. So we're really in an era of throat chakra-ness.
Right, I've heard that expression, like speak it into existence, right? So you could choose to speak the negativeness into existence, or you could choose to speak the positiveness into existence.
Right.
Something good, you see something good, something bad.
Right. It's like manifestation. It's all about, first a thought, a conscious thought, but then it has to be spoken out into the universe. It has to believe it. When we take action in the world, we have to be able to speak to others. I have to be able to communicate with you, and I have to be able to communicate to the audience in order for you guys to even interpret what I'm telling you or what I'm trying to tell you. So it just shows the power of, the throat chakra. And going up to the 6th chakra, which is located right in the middle of your forehead, is also known as the third eye, your pineal gland, your third eye chakra. This deals with intuition and being able to see, see the future, or even see where you're headed, what you want to do with your life. Having the ability to see past the illusions. Our 7th chakra, going up all the way to the crown chakra. That's really deals with, cosmic energy. We talk about everything is outside, everything is out here, but it's really all within. And how we connect is through the mind. You might have heard before that the universe is mental. The universe is a mind. Well, our mind is all up here. It's all in the brain. It's all, in your mind.
As above, so below.
Yeah, as above, so below. This is our antenna. Our antenna is really, your crown chakra when you deal with this cosmic energy. And really, we hear stories of people being able to travel even to other realms, other dimensions, astral travel, even project. I know yogis, when they're training, to become the higher class yogi, they even ask, they ask the yogi, what were we doing back in time? Not only are they able to tell the future, they're able to access different realms of time. This is dealing with your crown chakra. Now, obviously, all of your chakras need to be aligned in order to do these types of things. But the point is, they're all possible, and we're all able to do them. We all have the power to do them. But your crown chakra, when we're talking about cosmic energy and being able to be one with the universe, something that blocks the crown chakra is earthly attachments and ego. You talked about ego before. We all have things that we hold on to, things that we associate with when we have our personality, when we step out into the world. I'm Michael Santos. This is my dad. This is Michael Santos. We have different attributes. We have different characteristics. And that is all true. It's all part of our human experience. But when we want to step into other realms, or we want to access this otherworldly power, that deals with our crown chakra, and something that we have to eventually get over, or we don't have to, but if you would like to, that's almost like the last level. It almost seems like the crown chakra, being able to detach from your body. If you want to step outside and have an out-of-body experience, you have to not be still attached to those
levels, to
those bodily things, right?
Yeah. It's like this is really, you can. This is really, like they say, like this is like a game out here. It's kind of like a game, but it's not a game. You can see it like that, but it's there's levels to it. Before you do one thing, it's beneficial if you do, you take it in steps. And unlocking all these chakras and getting them aligned, and letting the energy flow and being positive, and knowing how there's things that can help you do that can aid you in this journey. That's what's important. Some people don't know it, and then there's people who know it but choose not to do it, or feel that it's difficult to do it. That's why we're here. We're here to relay this information that we're learning, that we've learned, that we've gone through, and also to help, show the path, show that it's possible, and how it's possible.
It all is on divine timing. It's all happening for a reason. It's all happening for you. We live our lives in that mindset, in that frequency. We're living and we're operating because everything that's around us is happening for us. And when it's happening for us, it can't happen against us. It can't be, nothing can stop or get in our way, because it's all happening on divine timing, and it's happening for us.
Right.
And that is a mentality that anybody can adapt, and we all are encouraging you to adapt, to live your best life. But at the end of the day, it is a choice. Just like we have chosen to come out here and record this podcast and make content for you guys, each and everybody each and every one of you has a choice. And all of you chose, we all choose different things.
Now the thing is to understand that
Remembering why
that
we
choice, that choice that you made, was it a conscious choice, or did it come from your subconscious mind? You know, so that's what we're trying to bring to light here. You know, that not everything, you know, so you have to hold yourself accountable. We have to hold each other accountable. You know, that's what's going to help us to keep elevating, keep staying aligned, keep on the path, you know.
And a trick for me that I've learned when it comes to making choices, you know, there's somebody who I follow and we listen to by the name of Robert Edward Grant. He's a great wisdom, you know, seeker. He speaks about consciousness and
What up, Rob?
Yes, sir. He talks about you know, when we only what we experience in this reality, right? We experience more of the things that we judge. And why is it so important to operate from a place of love and live in a full abundance of unconditional love versus judgment? When we live in a world where we're always trying to figure out what's the best way, who's right, who's wrong, this person said it better, this person did it. When we step out of that paradigm, when we step out of that reality, in our own reality, when we get rid of, or we put judgment aside of our parents, of our siblings, of our children, of even our people in our close circle, and we even stop judging ourselves the most. We get rid of judgment and we replace that judgment with love. Then we will realize that we only experience more of the things that we judge. So if you constantly are judging others when it comes to your appearance, or when it comes to, you know, let's say, for example, jealousy. If you're judging jealousy, you're always concentrated and consciously focused on things that could make you jealous. So now you're going to deal with that. You're going to have to deal with that until you no longer judge it, until you learn to accept it, become one with it, to love it. So then you can't experience anything that you're not the vibration of.
There's a lot of information out here, and there's a lot of stuff inside of you, inside of your mind, inside of your body. And I'm a true believer that I am my best doctor. You know, who's gonna know me more than myself? You know, I have to take the time to learn about myself, what's inside of me, what's inside my thoughts, what's inside of my body, what I put in my body, what I allow in my brain, in my mind, you know, so that way I can be able to break these things down, you know, break it down and know each part that I broke down, how those parts are put back together, you know, how they come together to make a whole, you know. So, you know, so that's part of learning these chakras and going within and finding out, you know, what are these thoughts that are serving me? What are the thoughts that are not serving me? What are the foods that are serving me and don't serve me? What are these energies that are serving me and don't serve me? What are the frequencies, vibrations that's allowing me to be harmonious with my loved ones, with this world, you know, and which ones are not, you know? So that's very important, you know, like we were saying, there's a lot of keys out here. There's keys to doors that you can open, you know, there's a lot of information out here, you know, and sometimes you have to just dissect these information
And allow yourself to receive that information.
right.
Powerful affirmation, I allow. You mentioned I allow. Oftentimes we just don't realize that we're not allowing ourselves to even access or experience the things that we want or we believe we want, because we're not.
I allow myself to realize the things that I need to change that no longer serve me. Right?
Absolutely.
So that's huge. That's huge, you know?
Absolutely. Stay
So-
tuned
Yeah, stay tuned for
the next 3 chakra drinks.
Next
We're going to
3
be coming
chakra
out with
drinks.
all 3 chakra drinks. Right now, you can get 4 of our chakra drinks, our superfood chakra drinks made with organic superfood ingredients, no added sugar, no added preservatives, made with sea moss, plant-based protein, chia seeds, ashwagandha, vitamin C. You can get your superfood chakra drinks online at 3kingprotocol.com. You can follow us online on Instagram at 3kingprotocol. You can subscribe, like, comment, subscribe on our YouTube channel, 3King Protocol. Boost that algorithm so that we can continue to spread more light, more consciousness,
positivity,
more positivity to
high
this
vibes,
earth.
good vibes.
And stay tuned because we're going to be coming out
We got a lot coming out.
with so much more.
So much more that's gonna empower you, continue to power ourselves, level up, raise the consciousness. And that's what we need. We need to raise our consciousness. A lot of times we talk about the negativity that's out here. Oh, this one did this. You know, these people are out here doing this. This country's going to war with this country. Raise the consciousness. Why is this happening? It's happening for a reason, you know? Some people just need, more people need to be on a better vibration of this earth that's loving, that's giving. Look what's out here. This earth, everything on here is meant for us to experience, right? And once we experience it and we see that it's good out here, it's love, you know what I'm saying? It's and we stay on that vibration, you know, there'll be less of the negativity, less of the killings and the wars and the arguments. You know, there'll be conversations, there'll be building, you know, there'll be you know what I'm saying? If we have a disagreement, it doesn't have to be an argument. It could be a conversation that woo
Sorry.
yeah. So Big Bird. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a lot of
And consciousness is not something that is just in here or in here. Consciousness is everywhere. It's in everything. So the change that you make is going to affect people all around the world.
Ooh,
it's not
yes.
just changing yourself.
Yes, yes.
You're changing your loved ones.
Yes.
You're changing the people you care and love the most just by changing the way you think and you perceive your own reality.
directly or indirectly.
You are the
you're gonna make a
director, you are
difference.
the creator, the director, and the actor in your film, in your own movie. And everybody out here is in your film.